So I had a few things to say, and there's downtime at my first day at the boutique. So I just wanted to say that I paused the store music, and I was just playing Ari's new song, so you would know that I'm here. But I decided I'm gonna pause the music, and there is a candle near me, and I know that's not wonderful. I think someone my mom works with, he's like an internal medicine doctor or something, said the worst things for our health are hot showers. Well, in addition to like drugs and alcohol, it's like hot shower, like things we don't know are bad for our health are like candles, scented wallflowers, hot showers, and not wearing sunscreen or something like that. But anyways, I'm really enjoying just the tranquility of the store because like I'm just listening to the sound of the air conditioner and I can sit with my thoughts, which is something I can't really do when I'm elsewhere, like with other people or in my own house or, you know, on a walk or something, because you're always engaged in something. And that I'm going to take that as a reminder, as an opportunity to spread the reminder that sometimes just, you know, closing off the senses is beneficial. Also, I had this thought last night because I was doing a similar thing, and it was it's so interesting to me that, I know I say that a lot, but it is interesting that if you close your eyes you can hear better, but if you open your eyes you can taste better. So try that today. That was interesting to me. Also, I think someone might be coming in, so I'm gonna stop here, but I just wanted to check in and say that it is my first day and it's a calm thing, but I appreciate the calm vibe of the store because I could use it. It's a good place for me to be. So yeah, that's all for now. This store also has Ring cameras, so I don't know if they have audio or not, but she may or may not be introduced to my channel via me making it. So yeah, that's all for now. Also, I brought my Harry Potter book so I can work on that if no one continues to come in, and I have some organizing to do, but yeah, that's all for now. Actually, another thought that I had was it's really interesting to me how attuned you have to be if you're a store owner to like what's going on, because I kind of feel like, I don't know if anyone ever played that game. It's called Tiny Tower, but I kind of feel like I'm in that game right now. It's so odd. So yeah, I wanted to say that. And then also I noticed yesterday that I wanted to say this because I mentioned I don't wear a t-shirt because it's not stark white, and that stark is a German word for strong. And then I was thinking about that and it was like circling in my head, and I was like, wait, Tony Stark, like the character, means Tony Strong, and that makes sense because he has I think his dad was German because he has like some connection to the Manhattan Project or something. I don't know, I'm not well versed in the Marvel universe, but there's that. And then Edna Mode, like the word mode means fashion in German. Like if you hear something in vogue, it kind of sounds like mode. I wonder if Vogue has a connection to the German root of whatever mode is. I don't know, but anyways, so I wanted to say a point about how name and identity go closely are closely aligned, especially in characters when you can choose the name. But I made this one point where it's like sometimes it was about the background characters, like to notice the background characters. And yeah, so also notice like the origin of certain characters' names, because it can tell you about maybe what their plot is intended to be, and you can understand them better. Because I think that when you see stories, like the story itself has meaning, but the reason someone's telling a story is also important. And when you see what a character's name is, then that gives insight as to who is actually writing the story and what their intentions are. So yeah, there's a point. I keep doing this like weird smirk after I make this point, so I'm gonna stop doing that because it's annoying to me. But yeah, I wanted to say that as well. Okay, one more thing actually. My hair looks, I know I'm trying to get away from focusing so much on appearance, but my hair looks really frizzy and kind of weird and greasy today because it's like 90 degrees outside, and maybe it's also the angle, I don't know. But I just wanted to say that I'm noticing that and it's annoying me. So yeah, such is life. Because I can still have good thoughts and have kind of annoying, messed up hair. If I put it in front of my ears, it would be better, but it's annoying, and then I can't think as well because then it's actually inhibiting me. So yeah, okay, that's all again for now. Okay, one other thing. I know I said that the calm environment is good for me, but I honestly feel like I'm in timeout right now. And I know that because it's feeling increasingly harder, that maybe it's good that I practice just sitting in silence with my thoughts, or not with my thoughts. Like, I'm trying to work on watching your thoughts. It's like a meditative practice where it's like you see your thoughts as like this river that floats by, but you don't engage with them. I think that's called mango tree philosophy from Siddhartha, like sitting under the mango tree, which is where he first achieved enlightenment, supposedly. But yeah, this is really hard. I literally, so in kindergarten, I used to get in trouble a lot. I don't really know why, but I would always have to sit by myself in Rainbow Room. And this is what that feels like. Like, I almost feel like I'm waiting for the teacher to say, like, are you ready to join the rest of the students now? And I'm like, no, I'm not freaking ready. I'd rather sit on my cot than go to sleep. Just kidding. I took apparently 4-hour naps, according to my mother. But, yeah, anyways, this is hard. Like, I just want to, like, open my thing and read my book. I might just do that instead. Take baby steps. Yeah, actually, I am going to do that, because that's the thing about balance. I'm not going to go cold turkey into this meditative thing, because I can't. I mean, I've been doing it for like 20 minutes, and that's a long time. I do meditation actually for like 5 to 10 minutes, but 20, and then I have to sit here for 4 hours. It's like, God. But also I'm grateful, because it's like the job is to basically babysit the store, which is not even a living thing. So, well, it sort of is, because it's like a living idea that someone continuously cultivates. So it is living in a sense. That's interesting. That's an interesting thought, that like stores are living things because someone is constantly evolving what they sell and how they arrange it. That's really interesting. It's not living itself, but it's almost like it's like accepts. It's like a vessel. It accepts the living qualities that a person imbues into it. I don't know. That's cool. That makes sense, because Aristotle talks about techne, and although it's not living and changing itself, it is a form of expression. So, anyways. Okay, I'm going to do my book now. That's been long enough that I sat here in silence. Okay, that's all for now. Actually, yeah, that is all for now. Sorry, I'm looking to see if there's a customer. 40 minutes, no customer. It's okay, such is life. Oh, I never said that before I started recording these. Such is life. I would just say like coupe tes sangnon, like mind your own business. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop now. Okay, I just had my first customer. Even though they didn't buy anything, I was still able to assist them. So yeah, that's all for now. I did my Harry Potter book, and now I'm just enjoying playing the music. Yeah, 3 hours to go. Okay, update. I switched to disco slash soul slash like funk because I wanted to. So I'm in the other store right now because we flip-flopped, but I have so many thoughts. I've noticed so many different things about different people and how they shop, and also things about retail in general. And I also learned things about myself, because I was genuinely so excited. Not even excited, I was just like enthusiastic about helping people. And a lot of times I think like, oh, well, I don't care what you buy, but like apparently I do. So yeah, I have more thoughts, but I'll do it when I'm at home. Because also another thing about me is that I feel like my social battery drains very quickly in unfamiliar environments. And that, I come into the store all the time, but it's like when you're in a different working mode, like working, it's draining until you get used to it. And I had this when I did college classes. Like for the first week, they would make me really tired until I get used to it. So yeah, more thoughts to come, of course. Okay, no one's come in for a while, so I'm just gonna record now because I want to, and I want to make the most of my time. So it's quiet because I paused the music and I don't want to hear anything right now. And no one's in here. But the few things I wanted to say is there was an older lady that I was helping, and she was like, "Oh, isn't that darling?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, my grandma says that." Like, so I'm not very close with my grandma, but we call her Mom's mom. But so she says that word, and that's like, it's interesting that certain words that you say at certain times of your life. So maybe that was a word that was said, like maybe that word was popular for that generation, like at a certain time, because they're clearly similar ages. And it's like the words we say when we're like between like the ages of like 15 and 25, it's like that is solidified in our head as the words we use throughout our life, I think. And that's interesting. So maybe I'm gonna be 75 years old going like, it's low-key cold outside. Like, and I like, so it's like those words like stay with us regardless of whatever the trend is. And it's kind of like how you mark the generation that you're in by saying those words. But so like that's not a new revelation to me, but it's the fact that it's like a certain time period is when those words are determined, and that's like your teens, early 20s, I think. So there's that point. Secondly, when people whisper in stores, like it makes me yearn to hear what you're saying. So there's that, because I noticed like customers would start to whisper, and then I'm like leaning in subconsciously, and I felt myself doing it, and I thought it was funny. Thirdly, I was accidentally playing the music way too loud when this one family came in, and I couldn't like awkwardly turn it down, and it was like Michael Jackson PYT, and it was super loud, and I heard her like almost yelling to her kid like to repeat what she said, and I felt bad, but I was like slowly inching it down. So there was a mistake. You live and you learn. So there's that. Yeah, I truly enjoyed helping this older lady though, and I was telling her like, yeah, I think I was actually giving her like my real opinion. I was like considering what I was saying, because I think people don't want to just hear, oh, that looks wonderful, you should get it. Like I was like, I don't know, I think that might lay better if you get a medium, or I think that pulls a little bit in this area, maybe try a small, or I think an extra small might cinch you better in that area. And she was like smiling. She was like, wow, you're so good at this. And well, of course I lick up those compliments. I actually was just being like, I was just giving her what I actually thought. And then I also wanted to say that if anyone ever comes in here and they're asking me questions, like I was looking around the store for this one lady, because she said she really liked this one shirt with a like button detail, but they didn't have her size. So I was looking around the store to see if there was something else. And I think that goes a long way. Like it shows that I was like, thinking about what maybe she would like, and it's something that I could do while I'm here. And I think it actually made her feel good, because she was smiling, and she was like, thank you for today. And I was like, yeah, of course. So yeah, I don't know. I think the point I'm trying to make is like, if you treat people like they're actually human, like they're the same as you, then people really respond well to that, because a lot of times it's like we're almost like robotic, and no one likes to be treated like that. So why do we do that to others? Like I was telling the one lady what my actual thoughts were, and she liked that, and I was like, well, duh, because I want to hear what people's actual thoughts are. It just wastes time and energy when you just pretend to, or you just pretend to care, and it's like you only say what people want to hear. Like no one wants that. Like if I wanted to hear what I thought, I'd want it. Like I don't want to just be lied to. And I think people know the difference between being lied to and a genuine opinion and actually caring. Like we know the difference when people do it to us, so why do we do it to other people? So there's that. I think I had something else. Music. Oh, I noticed, so my sisters came in here, my chickens, and I was so happy to see them, and they visited me. And I walked outside to tell them bye, and like right outside the store. I didn't leave it. If anyone here is watching, I didn't leave the store unattended, but I went outside, and I was like, wow, it's a really nice day. I really want to go for a walk. And it's interesting that you always want what you can't have, because I can't clearly go for a walk right now. But if I were sitting at home, I would be tutoring right now if it were a weekday. And I would be thinking like, God, this weather's awful. I don't want to go outside. But now, because I can't go outside, I want to go outside. So maybe that's just me, because when I was little, like it's not just me. I think that's just what everyone wants. Everyone wants what they can't have, which is not good. That just means, but I don't know. That's a balance thing. But that's like, I have more to say about everyone wants what they can't have, but I'm not going to do that right now. But what I was saying before was, when I was little, I was thinking about my dream job like a month ago, and I was like, that's interesting because I didn't even know what my parents did, nor did I care. But my dream job was to be like Marv and Harry, so robbers, or a burglar, or a pirate. And I was like, why do I have this obsession with like breaking the law and stealing in a violent way, which is like a burglar or a pirate, like the Somalian pirates you hear about, or house burglars. So I'm gonna hang up now. Hang up. I'm not on the call. Oh, she's not coming in. I'm gonna keep talking. So yeah, I thought that was an interesting point, but I'm kind of losing my train of thought, and those are my thoughts as of right now. So that's all for now. Again, with the appearance thing, I just noticed the coloring on my face looks really odd in that last video. I don't know why. But I'm not going to delete it because of my appearance, because I appreciate the thought that I put into that video, and I would tell my sisters not to delete it because it's the thought that counts. So I'm going to tell myself that as well. Stick to your own advice. Actually, another thing. I said this already, but I always think about this, is that everything that we see is an example of success in a way, because we're seeing it. And I think that's so, like, I was just on TikTok because I was bored and I wanted to, even though I said I'm trying not to be on TikTok, I was. And I was thinking like the videos that I'm just like casually scrolling past, if that were my video, I would be freaking out because I'd be like, oh my God, I got on the For You page, like 250, K, likes or whatever. And I would literally not let anyone around me forget it. But I just casually scroll past, and someone would do that to my video. They just casually scroll past because that's what a For You page is. It's the videos you see. And I think that's so interesting because it's like even the clothes that I'm staring at in this shop, they're examples of success. Like there's someone's creation that made it through production and are in the store, and someone bought it, and like they're ready for someone to buy and wear and live their life in. And I think that's really interesting. Like even the phone case I'm looking at, that's someone's success. Like someone's like brain child or whatever is realized on my phone, and I'm looking at it right now. Same with the technology we're using, and the cups we produce, and they're just signs of life everywhere around us. And I think that's really cool. But it's not even signs of life. It's like signs of prosperity, signs of like in an Aristotelian sense, signs of flourishing, like eudaimonia, like not in like a happiness, but it's kind of like in like a life that's lived. And that's not to say that everything must be a success to show that you're living. Clearly not. But it's just something that's interesting that, like success doesn't mean, not reaching success doesn't mean you're not living. But reaching success is a sign that you are living. I don't know. Anyway, it's just, I would keep that in mind today. Like the car you drive, the house you're in, like those are all signs of human success. So you're quite literally surrounded by success, and you can join them as long as you, keep trying, I think. At least that's what I tell myself. So, yeah. I wonder if anyone's ever listening to me do these videos. And I'm in a hushed voice right now because I'm not fully comfortable. I'm comfortable where I am, but I'm not comfortable necessarily like recording and just speaking to myself in a place that's not fully mine. So, not fully mine, but like I'm like the resident bird here. Like, I don't know. For that, I'm talking about like cowbirds. Like cowbirds, they knock others out of nests. Kookaburras do that too. And there's so the kookaburra, like they teach their young, is it the kookaburra? There's a bird that teaches their young a specific song, and if they can't repeat the song, it's like a password, they get kicked out of the nest. I think it's a kookaburra. I'm not sure. No, the kookaburra makes other birds raise their young. So as a defensive mechanism, there's a bird to ward off the kookaburra babies that teaches is it a warbler? I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. my point is, I feel like I'm in a nest that's not mine, and that's why I'm kind of speaking hushed, in a hushed sense. Yeah, that bird thing, I'm probably gonna watch back and laugh, and then I'll correct myself. But just so you know, when I say things like, oh, I don't know, I have to double check that, I actually do double check that. I just don't record me double checking it, because I'm sure that I've done enough with that topic, because it's probably only tangentially related anyways. So I'm gonna stop now. Okay, that's all for now. Oh, another thing, what I wanted to say about that be present, so when I was talking about like how it's like people want what they can't have, my advice to myself, and because I was saying take your own advice, if it's good, if you're me, it is. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. I do put a lot of thought into the advice I give myself and others, but to remedy the problem of wanting what you can't have, my advice was to be present where you are, and I've said that in many videos, but it's like, I am in this shop right now, so let me just be where I am. I'm not on a walk, and I can't be on a walk. And I got that from The Devil Wears Prada, when Emily, she says to Andy, she's like, Andy's fidgeting because she's missing Nick's birthday, and she's like, stop fidgeting, you have to be here. And it's like, if you're somewhere that you do have to be, just be. Like, you have no, like, it's not that you don't have a choice, but like, you are there, so just be there. And I know that's easier said than done, but like, if you tell yourself like, you are here right now, be here, then ironically this store is called Here, and I'm not there, I'm here, so I might as well be here. And yeah, I think that reframes your own mind, and it's like, okay, I'm here, let me just do my best that I can do while I am here, and I'm not on a walk, so let me not think about being on a walk, just let me put all my energy towards doing the best that I could do as I'm here. And I also was saying that with like having a target, like if you don't have a target to aim your energy at, how can you ever hope to hit something? So like in life, I think that's why things like SMART goals are so important. It's like, you need to have a specific, a measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-based goal. I might have messed up one of those points, but the point is, it's a SMART goal because there are certain accolades that you have to hit for it to be a goal that is a good goal. It's not just something that's a pie in the sky idea, because then you just tire yourself out trying to hit something you can't. So yeah, the importance of goals and being present, I think, is something to take away from what I just said. So yeah, I also think that when you think about any major success stories, like there's ambition and there's intention, like they're trying to do something. And I know that there's that saying that's like, shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you land among the stars. I don't necessarily believe that, but I think it sounds good. So, but I do think there is value in, I don't believe that, because I think shooting for the moon, that implies that the goal is like a lofty, which is interesting. The word loft is interesting because der Luft means air in German, so there's another German connection. But yeah, I think the goals should be a SMART goal. That's what I think. It has to be something that's attainable, and a SMART goal, like, again, go through that acronym, to be something that a target can actually hit. So yeah, I also think that goals should be flexible, and they should change and reflect what you learn as you go. So they shouldn't just be something cemented in your mind, and you should change them as you learn new things. Goals are contextual. So yeah, I guess give yourself some grace with the goals that you set, but just make sure that you can actually potentially hit them given the circumstances. Okay, that's all for now. Another thing is so I'm really enjoying just standing here thinking. Like, I know I said before it was hard for me, but right now I'm in the zone. And another thought I had was a couple days ago at the cheese counter, I was joking, like, you're never fully dressed without a smile, and I got that from Annie. the musical 1980s, not the new one. I think the new one's from 2012 or something, and I like the old one, with Quinn something. Anyways, what was I even saying? Oh yeah, so I was smiling because I was actually happy, to like help and be asked my opinion and someone wants it, and to just like be interacting with the customers that I was working with today, and I was literally smiling like this, and I can't fake it because my social battery dies too quickly. So if I'm smiling at you, I'm not in pain or something. You know how some animals smile when they're like aggressive? They're like my dog Doyle, my mom's dog Doyle, he smiles to show his teeth, to show your aggression. But that's the animal kingdom. In the human kingdom, we smile to, welcome others and to show that we're happy to see them potentially, or that we're fake people. I don't know. But anyways, or to show off our dental care, or lack thereof, or not. I don't know. Just anyways, so I was smiling because I was happy to help, and people were smiling back at me, and I don't know if they could have just been mirroring my behavior, but I doubt it. I actually think that just a smile goes a long way, and everybody knows that, but I wanted to also send a reminder about that too, because when I was smiling, it's like it's uplifting for people to see happy people. And I think a lot of times, especially right now, and I know I said a lot of times, but like right now in like the political state of the world, not to be like that one Jaden Smith quote, but like in the political state of the world, literally there's a lot of depressing information on the news, and just a smile, like in Enchanted, when she's like, oh, if someone could just offer me, a loving smile. She says that to the homeless man on the road, and then he steals her crown after he smiles at her because he's about to steal the crown. Like, that's kind of what I sound like. It might sound naive, but I truly think that a smile goes a long way. So remember, in the context of a store, a boutique, you're never fully dressed without a smile. Your best accessory is your smile, and what matters most is that you are present today, not what you're wearing. Even though in this store, it does matter what you're wearing. I mean, what you're wearing does matter because you're not, detachable from how you present yourself. So clearly it matters what you're wearing. But my point is, it also matters how you carry yourself and how you feel. And oddly, like, how you feel will present itself outward. Because you see like people walking around and they might look very pretty, but it's like you could tell that they don't have a good energy. And contrastingly, if someone has wonderful energy, it's like what they're wearing melts away. You don't even notice it because you're just enjoying their presence. And that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm trying to like have such a presence that it's like you don't even notice. Like, they could be wearing mismatched shoes or not any shoes, and you don't notice. And that's almost like a Diogenes kind of idea. So Diogenes was a philosopher who famously would like do his like business publicly in the river, and he lived in a barrel or something like that. But he had these wonderful ideas, and he was like, I think he was, what is it, a pessimist or no? I don't know. The point is that he was trying to make a point in ancient Greece that it shouldn't matter, how you live or something. It shouldn't matter how you look. It matters how you live and what you think about. And that's not the extremes that I'm going to. Clearly, we're a thing in the world, and it matters how you present yourself. But it just, maybe don't make it matter so much. Okay, that's all for now. Again, but because I'm in a silent space and my head is not, then it probably isn't. So, okay. I'm sitting here reminiscing on my time because I was gonna say a couple things, and I remembered what I wanted to say randomly, like at like when I was like an hour in. You know that scene in Kiki's Delivery Service when she's sitting at the thing and she has her chin and she like waves, her chin's on the counter, sorry I didn't finish that thought, and she waves to the lady that gets her delivery and she's like, boring. And then the kid comes in from the flight club. Like, that's what I felt like today. during the during the lulls of the day when I actually wasn't helping people pick out outfits, which I did more than I expected and I enjoyed. And the lady who owns the shop texted me that we had a busy day and she wasn't expecting it. So, you know, good intention comes good outcome. So yeah. And a little bit of luck, a little bit of pixie dust. So yeah, I wanted to say that about Kiki's delivery service because I truly felt like I was Kiki in that moment in the bread shop. Anything else I had to say probably, but that's all for now. So my schedule is kind of off today, so it's later than I hoped. I'm really tired, and yeah, there were a bunch of other things that I wanted to say, but I'm just gonna be satisfied with what I did today. And yeah, I'll put the video together and put it up. Yeah, so I don't want to say things that I don't fully mean or feel the need to share just for the sake of filling time or the air. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here, and that's all for today. Bye bye. One more thing, I'm about to go on a walk because I haven't been outside really that much today, and I really love that time in summer when it's like, well, it's not summer yet because we haven't done the solstice, but I love that time when it's like past 9 o'clock and still light out. It's like that dusk, and I just want to say that. So that is actually what I meant in the video with that. I love the time of dusk in summer, especially when I know that there's rain coming, because it's like that spooky Coraline Scooby-Doo kind of vibe, and I love that. Okay, that's all for now.